From the best news headquarters in the world, this is Breaking News, a recap. All of today's news from yesteryear. Good evening and welcome to Breaking News, a recap. I'm your host, Wesley Newfarmer, and I'm joined by the always capable Jessica Pratt.
Wow, a compliment. Thank you, Wesley. That's really nice of you.
Capable of distracting us night after night with facts and figures in the hopes that we won't realize she always wears the same jacket. Ha.
I'm not sure if viewers realise, but for the past year, Wesley's been wearing exactly the same suit. But because he's a man...
Whoa there. Relax, hun. No need to get hysterical. I'm just kidding, Jessica. If I make comments about the way you dress, it's not because of your gender. It's just because of your distracting choices.
My friend, you are cruising for a bruising.
On with the news.
The world rejoiced today as famed international economist Richard Newfarmer celebrated his 70th birthday. Currently living in seclusion on the third floor of his Washington, D.C. townhouse, Mr. Newfarmer is best known for his banking world experience. No, I'm sorry, that should say World Bank Experience, because apparently there's a difference.
Mr. Newfarmer, who has predicted 9 of the last 5 recessions, is also an avid author and editor. Online, his book Trade, Doha, and Development, A Window into the Issues, currently sells for almost $2,000. That's especially impressive since his doctoral dissertation, Transnational Conglomerates and the Economics of Dependent Development, a case study of the international electrical oligopoly and Brazil's electrical industry, sells for just $2.86.
You know, Wesley, that's actually one of my favourite books.
Really? You have time to read after all the homemaking and housework.
You know, there is nothing I love more on a lazy Sunday afternoon than to sit down with a cup of tea and read a chapter of the old TCEDD:ACSIEOBEI. Now, we turn to our special breaking news correspondents from across the globe where it seems that artists are paying tribute to this amazing man.
My name is Leah Newfarmer, and I'm reporting from Santiago, Chile, the site of a proposed new art exhibition featuring the written works of Richard Newfarmer, tentatively titled, "You Can Stop Reviewing Your Daughter's Essays When You Die." The curator of the exhibition, Mr. Lo Hung Fat, said he was initially drawn to the project when he realized that Newfarmer is how you translate his name into English.
That can't be right.
And kind of sounds a little racist.
Well, we were all surprised to realize that Mr. Newfarmer has actually been editing his daughter's work for over 3 decades, and in fact has turned his discerning eye onto every type of writing. Mother's Day cards, book reports, submissions to angsty high school literary magazines, application letters, breakup letters, even law school essays. In fact, many of those editing jobs were done at the very last minute, often late at night or early in the morning, and often in response to requests from his daughter that were entitled, "Please help!" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
But questions have been raised about the authenticity of some of the corrections, haven't they?
That's right. Some experts have raised serious questions about the authenticity of some of the handwritten documents. This is because the question is, are they truly the work of Mr. Newfarmer? Or are these changes just random scrawls made by chickens? Mr. Newfarmer himself has declined to defend his handwriting, insisting that whether it was his writing or the chickens, the changes made to the documents represent real improvements. Nevertheless, the curator is said to be considering other options for the exhibition.
But what could be more exciting than piles of paper of illegible writing?
Well, there are rumors that the curator is exploring a more hands-on experience of Mr. Newfarmer's imparted wisdom to his children. For example, he could lead reluctant teenagers into hikes in the mountains, taking with him only a rough sense of how to read a map. Or alternatively, he could plan a frantic Christmas shopping expedition to begin at 3 p.m. on December 24th. Or he could offer viewers an experience of the very real trauma of having your infant daughter vomit directly into your mouth as you hold her aloft. And then the deep and abiding satisfaction that comes with reminding her of that trauma at every milestone thereafter. He could, even, take viewers on long walks and ask them supportive and open-ended questions about how they're really doing so that they feel listened to and loved.
So, what do you think he will settle on as the most fitting representation of Richard Newfarmer's love for his kids?
It remains a mystery. The only clue we have as to the curator's plans is that he was spotted sneaking onto a maternity ward with a large bag of tennis balls. Well, I'm Leah Newfarmer reporting from Santiago. Back to you.
Thank you, Leah, for that. Wait, this just in. Reports of false testimonies for Richard Newfarmer's birthday are surfacing, with footage out of an unknown Western European city being leaked to the breaking news producers. Now, while we can't yet verify its authenticity, like a Trump tax return, it is suspicious.
I am recording this to let you know that I'm not currently held against my will in a secret World Bank facility. Richard Newfarmer is an outstanding citizen. He is not involved in a conspiracy to take over the world. That is complete nonsense. The World Bank is wonderful. The American people are a peaceful and friendly people. Richard is a great person. Everybody speaks very highly of him. He has accomplished a lot of very good things. I wish that the crew at Breaking News Recap would not look for me, as I decided to take a very long vacation. I am fine. Richard Newfarmer is a very good person. I wish him the best.
What a great segue to our sports reporter, Kieran Hillier.
Dr. Richard Newfarmer, called Richard by those close to him and pain in the ass by those very close to him, has a love for tennis that truly exemplifies his values. This gentleman's sport has taught him the dignified perseverance through adversity. Every time he feels the smallest abdominal pain, for example, he channels the nobility of Pete Sampras, who famously puked all over the court at the 1996 US Open quarterfinals.
Now, Kieran, at this advanced stage of his life, are there any age-related health concerns we should know about?
I'm glad you asked, Wesley, without me needing to give you any explicit prompts. Having undergone surgery for his shoulder, knee, hip, elbow, and 537 other body parts, he's more machine than man now. I wouldn't say he could beat the Williams sisters, but he'd certainly enjoy trying.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, I know I'd pay to see you get a beating from one or two of the Williams sisters.
Hey, guys, do I get to close?
Yeah, Kieran, we got it.
Well, international leaders and dignitaries have been writing into newspapers all over the world. News outlets were flooded with congratulatory notes. You could say supply exceeded demand.
Funny, that's what I think every time you talk. Here's what some are saying about the great Richard Newfarmer.
Former President Bill Clinton. I've always been jealous that you get to say trickle down with a straight face. Happy birthday.
Economist Paul Krugman, a guy walks into a bar and based on the current inflation rates, paid too much for a beer. Happy birthday.
Former Secretary of Labor Robert Reich. Work hard, play hard, enjoy.
Former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan. Happy birthday, I want my $2.86 back.
Vladimir Putin. Donald and I send all our love.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel. It was something in German that I actually don't understand.
It's clear Richard's a man who puts his all into his family. He built a castle for his daughter Leah, which he then converted into a double-decker treehouse for his son Wesley. He was a constant, somewhat welcome advisor to his son David, and acted out different Hollywood characters in a recent video for his wife Margaret. He even helped film a segment of this very show.
True.
So for that, we bid farewell. Rest in peace.
Wesley,
Yes?
he's alive.
He's risen! It's an Easter miracle!
Idiot, it's his birthday.
Holy shit. I should, give him a call.
And so, on the auspicious day, we salute you.
Happy birthday.
Pants, Wesley. We've spoken about this. Pants to work.